Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you're doing really well. Welcome to my channel. My name is Hamna. I'm a practicing art healer. I believe art has a way to connect to our soul and bring from within us that what sometimes can't be expressed in words. And this morning I woke up and I really wanted to connect to the energy of Hajj and the day of Arafat, and um, using that symbolism, I'm going to create a grid for you, and you can work on it on this particular day as I choose to, inshallah. But if you can continue doing this later on, whenever it is that you see this video, I figured that it is such a sacred day, and connecting to Allah, creating beauty. So you could put labbaik Allahumma labbaik in the background, or listen to Quran, or whatever it is that you're doing, but listening, like channeling the words of Allah, his praise through your ears, and creating art that is representing and symbolizing the beautiful day. And the sacredness of this can get captured even further by creating an artwork that symbolizes in the physical sense. So I hope that makes sense to somebody out there. With that thought, I'm going to share the grid. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is a very sacred journey. So and we think of Hajj as coming close to Allah. And on the day of Arafat, we ask for forgiveness and all the goodness that we want from Allah. So with Hajj, we have to kind of understand the concept of what Hajj is, right? Hajj is we go towards the Kaaba to connect to Allah, and Kaaba is the house of Allah. So when we think about Hajj, we have to leave, we have to intentionally, people have to like buy tickets, flights, food, and wherever they'll be staying. So it has to be an intention that has to come along with action, and then you get to touch the fabric of Kaaba, just kind of getting to the journey of it. So we put in money, like money, which is the world attachment. Then we make the action, we travel towards it, and then we get to reach the house of Allah to feel closer to him. Of course, you feel close to him anywhere and everywhere on this journey, but the whole idea is going to Hajj is coming in like this towards your towards Allah's house. Now also symbolically, if you think about it, when you journey towards Allah, when you journey towards your soul, when you journey towards your heart, you have to leave behind everything and intentionally put forward towards Allah that I want to submit to you, and I let go of all that attachment and distractions, and my focus is all on you, inshallah ta'ala. In symbolically, when we say La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, we are choosing our heart, the safety of our heart, because in our heart is Allah. So reaching the Kaaba is reaching your own heart. So that's the journey you're going to take, leaving behind the world and coming into that what Allah is calling us towards, which is his home. And then he says, I am in your heart. So where is home? Home is coming towards your heart. And so that's where Kaaba, heart, Kaaba, journeying, leaving people, leaving things and people and money and whatever attachments and distractions behind. I hope that makes sense. I'm just going to, as always, place a dot in the center, and Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, create a vertical line. At the moment, I'm not really measuring, just I'm going to go intuitively to create a vertical line. It's approximately 30 centimeters. At 15, I'm putting my line. Using that 15 centimeter dot, I'm going to create a vertical line here, like that, using 90 degrees just to get a straight angle. in my sessions, one of the things that I really focus on is not perfection. It's all about the process. So try not to be too fussy about where the dot sits, how it sits. Of course, Allah will guide you, and nothing gets created without His will. So it's okay if you go a little off here and there. So it is the 9th of Zulhijj, so I'm going to use 9 as a symbol number. I'm putting the center here, measuring 9 centimeters. Using that, I'm going to create my first circle, opening my compass to 9 centimeters. This is just to mark the day that we are creating this on. Of course, later on when you create this piece, you can choose whatever date, or because we're marking Hajj and the day of Arafat, actually more than the Hajj, this is 9 centimeters. Now on the compass there's this little the rotating thing. I usually rotate twice and then I get a certain measurement, so that's what I'm going to start creating. But before I do that, I want to do one little thing. Measure approximately 4 centimeters from the inside. So just marking 4 centimeters on my line. And now I'm going to put my compass. Let's see how it's open till there. I'm going to rotate it 1, 2, and this will give me my next circle. I try not to get too stuck into measurements and measure this much and measure that much, because there's free flowing, there's connecting to the tools and learning from them. Oops, sorry. How they can guide us. And so again, this way the circles might not be exactly the same, but they are what they're meant to be. So 1, 2, and again I'm going to create my circle. It's a very good idea that when you're creating your circles, you go right and left, because that helps with your mind. It stabilizes your right and left brain. So always try to do that. My hand's slipping for some reason. I'm going to go to the next one. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. If you're very fussy, I think they're coming to about 0.5 centimeters, so you can even measure it if that's what you want to do. 1, 2. But I like the not having the measurement in this one. 1, 2. So this could be symbolizing the tawaf. Let's see how many rings we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe we could remove these 3, because then we connect to the symbolism of the tawaf. So we make the 7 rings. There we go. So we've removed those. I'm just going to fix this one here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My bad. Let me just remove one more, guys. So we've got 7 tawaf that happen around Kaaba. Keeping my compass open till that last ring, the 7th ring, this one. And I'm going to place my compass point where my horizontal line intersects with the circle, with the inside circle. Doing the same thing on the other side. Doing the same thing on this side. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. There we go. We've got 4 petals. This will help us create an 8-pointed star. 8 is the number of infinity, means that the tawaf will never stop around Kaaba, inshallah ta'ala. Of course it won't, it can't. Because our hearts will always be connected to Allah. Once we look at this, I'm going to create a square using the tips of the petal. Where the line of the cross intersects with your inside circle, you're going to create your inside square. Once you've done that, if you look carefully, you have the lines which is right vertical and the horizontal, where they intersect with the inside circle. You're going to create your, you're going to join those intersection points. So that's the tawaf. If you look at, there are 4 circles, which means east, south, north and west, which means that people come to the Kaaba from all sides when the Arafat and the Hajj happens, right? So it doesn't matter which country you belong to, every single country, every single nation, there is a Muslim that comes forward, leaving behind whatever it is that they had or have, to come closer to Allah, to feel His love through this, the house. Using my compass, I'm going to create an inside circle. Now, when you are in Kaaba, you feel like a different person. There's this surreal kind of feeling, which is like what really goes deepen is you belong to Him and you will return to Him. So you do the best that you can. So because you're in such a close vicinity to His house, there's a certain magnetic pull. And if you can imagine, for centuries there have been people going in circles in a certain way to energetically, that point has so much energy of the ancestors and those who are coming right now, that it goes in circle, like it's so alive. So when you enter, like leaving behind, you come from different sides of the world, leaving all that behind, when you enter the area of Makkah or Kaaba, you feel that energy, you feel that pull towards your heart, towards your Allah, towards the divine creator. And it is absolutely magnificent to experience, and I pray that we all get to, inshallah, do. I remember going for Hajj when I was young, and it was such a profound experience, and I hope and wish and pray, inshallah, Allah sends me again. I'm using the inside circle to create my square now. So placing it like this, I'm going to create my square using, you see these triangles, where the triangle ends, there is a line and there's an intersection. So this is going to be my Kaaba, the inside of my heart. Now, to get to Allah, to get to your heart, you have to go through a certain process. You don't just leave the world and jump in, right? You have to go through certain barriers, maybe traveling, ihram, whatever it is that you need to do. Forget your children, forget your phone, and get right into Kaaba. So imagine if this is Kaaba that is oozing out its love to all people that are coming and the people that are going in tawaf constantly. The energy, which is energy, is light. Light comes from the heavens. Heavens is the stars. So the stars will always keep shining within our hearts because of Allah's light that He has placed in us. That star symbol is basically the light in the heart of every human who breathes, because regardless of what religion you come to, the light He has put in you will always shine till you are on this planet, right? So that's the inside journey. Now, when we think about it, I would like to create a square just to hold the piece together, because it's a very Hajj is very much to do with the Kaaba. Arafat is very much to do with forgiveness, leaving behind your past, allowing yourself to come in the presence of Allah, and knowing and trusting that whatever it is that you ask today to be forgiven or to be blessed will be given. For there is no doubt in Allah's blessings or Allah's mercy. So we go in with that idea that when we ask Allah, it is only first of all he chooses us to ask, because we would not be praying, connecting, even going for Hajj, or creating this grid connected to his essence if he didn't want us to, right? So if he has chosen us to experience and feel him in anything and everything that we do, alhamdulillah to that. First we thank him for that, and then we praise him for creating this magnificent world for us and this whole experience of Hajj for people to recharge. Like, there's so many sins that we commit on daily basis, and through this day Allah is saying, come to me and know that you will be forgiven so that you can restart again. So if you say, oh no, my sins are so big and I won't be able to, Allah can't forgive me, one thing we have to remember is no matter how big your sin is, cannot be bigger than the mercy of Allah. So Allah's mercy is way, way bigger. And when we believe and trust that when we ask him for forgiveness, for he allows us to ask for forgiveness, we are forgiven. We have no we need to like not doubt his forgiveness at all, and say alhamdulillah for him to be Rahman and Rahim, and so we can start fresh again and not carry the burdens. Hajj reminds us that when you intentionally moved closer to Allah and ask for his forgiveness and connect to your heart, to your Kaaba, to the house of Allah, you are intentionally choosing yourself. You're choosing to keep your heart safe, for in that heart is your light, and that light is what will be judged by Allah on the day of judgment. And so protect your heart, for it is very sacred. Now I'm looking at this and I'm getting the number 11. Number 11 is, of course, the number of alignment and all that sort of stuff. But I also see it as one, and one is me. I am an original piece created by Allah, a unique human being in my own way. And Allah is, of course, one. So my relationship with Allah is one to one, right? I don't need anybody to be in between to be like, taking his call or whatever. It is me and him alone. So that is, this journey to Hajj is not about the thousands of people that go. This journey to Hajj is to my heart, where my Allah lives, and it's a way of me connecting and feeling closer to Allah, and not because of Hajj or going to the pilgrimage, but understanding that you can do that pilgrimage within your being as you are breathing and living your daily life. Using a protractor, I'm putting the 11 centimeter mark that I'm going to put a 90-degree for all sides so that I can get a straight line. Just gonna bring it closer because I can't really see. So If you'd like this grid, I'm happy to send you an image of it if you wanted to draw, or you can send me a message and I will share this. No, I don't. No. Sorry. If you want this grid, just message me and I will email it to you or message it to you, however you choose, so that you can spend your day creating it, inshallah. And if you do, when you do, please tag me so that I can also see your beautiful work and share it with others, and speak about the journey of Hajj within your heart, leaving behind that where you know, wherever it is that you are. Now, when you look at this, right, this is the Hajj scene happening. This is Kaaba. You leave the barriers, you come into your space of safety. You allow yourself to understand that Kaaba is your heart. Kaaba is the house of Allah, and in your heart, Allah lives. So this could actually, you could draw a heart in here if that's what you wanted, right? Symbolically. So Kaaba is the journey we all go towards in Hajj, and we recognize that there is light within us, light, stars, energy, fire, all of that is within us, and he's protecting us through that last square that we have. When we enter the realm of Allah, the realm of love, the realm of our own heart and soul, and Kaaba and Makkah, we're entering a territory which is safe, which is protected, which is loved, which is completely held by the Creator himself. We leave behind these north, south, east and west, and we leave the world behind to come in the tawaf, to remind ourselves 7 times he is who we belong to, and to him inshallah ta'ala we will return. Now there is one tiny small little step that is slightly organic. So when you look at my pieces, they always have the masculine energy, which is to do with the grid, but then I always bring in the body, the softer, the gentler side, which is the feminine energy, which is more connected to our intuition. So when you think about the world you're leaving behind, wherever people are coming from, all countries and generations, and whatever language. So if you think about, this is the day of Arafat or Hajj or whatever, the pilgrimage, think of it like people are coming from different sides. So if somebody's coming from this side, their journey here, and then give them a journey. So this is the space people are coming closer to Allah from all sides of the world. Then we go from this side, it's the same thing. Now this is something which is very organic, so you do it yourself. I don't want to do it here, but you can do it here on your own, or maybe I'll do it to show you guys. So this doesn't have to be a rigid line. It has to be like people leaving behind and how they come and they join in the pilgrimage. There you go. And so when you look at the piece, you're going to remove this part, and this is the part where you can interpret the idea of how people come together, right? Come from the world and they enter the realm of Allah for Hajj. I'm sharing this on my YouTube channel just because, most of my work is on my Patreon and you can access it from there. But I thought this is such a sacred, like something that Allah will be so happy if we focused on creating this piece, listening to Quran or something that, that you want to connect to on this day. So please keep me in your duas, and if it makes sense to you, leave me a comment when you create a piece. You can tag me on Instagram, Facebook or TikTok. To join more sessions with me, you can message me and I'll share the details. I run them on Mondays and Fridays and alternate Wednesdays. The alternate Wednesdays one is connected to the 40 rules of love, and they bring us closer into our heart and understand who we are and what our heart is all about. The other two, Monday session is all about connecting to the ayat of the Quran and bringing them, like in similar way, bringing them into a physical reality where you can create art using the concepts that I share, but they are inspired from the ayat. That's on Monday. And the Friday one is very special. They are, I mean, they're all special, but Friday, just because I've been doing them for a very long time now. The Friday one is all about the 99 names, so you can join me for that also. And what this does is, through the grid, we make sense of what we've been taught. So all the concepts become much more real, and we understand visually that people are leaving things behind. And this is very symbolic to your journey, you leaving the world and its attachments, reaching towards the safety of your Allah, recognizing that He is holding you as you remind yourself in tawaf that He alone is who you belong to and He alone is who you will return, inshallah. You connect to the energy of Allah and remind yourself that He is in your heart, and your heart is home to His light, light represented by the star, and the inside is the Kaaba. You could actually draw a literal heart, you could write Allah in it, you could write whatever it is that you want to. This is a journey you're going to take with your Allah, using this grid, inshallah, and creating an absolutely beautiful piece. And I highly recommend listening to something on repeat. So whatever it is that you're listening to, it could be the names of Allah, but repetition has a way of connecting to your mind, and you don't focus on what you're creating, but then you allow things to be created. And in that flow, in that moment, what you're actually doing is not something creating on the sheet of paper, but it gets created within you. One of my mantras in my class is, it's not the artwork that really matters. What matters is what's happening within your heart, within your soul, within your being. How are you shifting inside of you through this piece? And I really, really hope you enjoy it. And like I said, please share it and tag me. And if you'd like to join me, all the details are down below. I'd absolutely love to create with you and connect with you and be inspired on this journey towards Allah, inshallah ta'ala. Sending you lots of love, everyone, lots of light. May Allah, forgive you and give you so much peace in your lives. May all your wishes come true and you live an absolutely abundant life, because Allah, when He gives us, is from the limitless skies, and we can ask for anything. So I hope you ask for that what you deserve, and I hope that you remember that you deserve everything that is absolutely beautiful and fulfilled with love and light. Take care of yourselves, everyone, and please keep me in your prayers. Allah Hafiz for now.